Welcome back to another diet video. This one will be the cutting diet that I've been working on, along with the cutting routine that I have been doing. You won't see so much of the cutting routine. I'll try and get in as much as I can. I will have a video before and after coming out in April when I come back from my skiing holiday. But to kick this video off, this is going to be my cutting diet of what I'm eating Monday through to Sunday. Trying not to go off track as I can. I'll be going through the type of macros I'll be eating, how much calories I'll be eating, what type of food, the quantities, and what everything contains. Okay, so to kick breakfast off, from the bulking, not much has changed, other than along with these protein fuel bricks that I had before, still having 3 of those with 150 millilitres of British semi-skimmed milk. That hasn't changed from last time. So the macros on that breakfast alone will be 31 grams of carbohydrates, 1.6 grams of fat, and about 12 grams of protein. And then with that, changing up, I'll be having my coffee a bit later than I did before, but still having 2 cups of coffee a day just to keep, just some caffeine in me, keep me running, because due to the lack of carbohydrates, my energy will be going down. But with that breakfast, I'll be having 1 normal sized banana. This one looks a bit withered, so this is tomorrow's breakfast. I need to go out and buy some more. So that's breakfast done. That banana as well equals out to 27 grams of carbohydrates, 0.4 grams of fat, and 1.3 grams of protein. So all in all, I know it's a lot of carbohydrates to kick off breakfast, but the way I've structured it is I'll be having 4 meals a day. So I'll have a carb breakfast, lower the carb, increase the protein for my dinner. Get for my tea, it'll be minimal carbohydrates, a lot of protein, and then post-gym workout, 100% protein. So I'm trying to stack my energy in the morning and slowly wean myself off carbohydrates as I go on through the day, and just focus on protein. Again, keeping the fats down as well. So once I've had that breakfast, I'll then head over to work, because again I work a 9 to 5, like a little, can't say that word, but there are nasty words for that. I know I had before 3, I'd normally have in the old one 2 plain rice cakes with peanut butter. Peanut butter's gone due to the fat content. Don't need the carbs. Yes, protein was good, but I've managed to replace that out. So got rid of the peanut butter, and we are having, I know these are Tesco's own, I think Aldi's own are actually better, salt and vinegar rice cakes. Just one of them between breakfast and dinner, just to keep myself hanging over. Again, I'll probably have some water with it so I can fill my stomach as well, so I don't feel like I'm starving too much. But just one of those. These ones, I know per rice cake is about 7 grams of carbs, 30 calories, near enough nothing fat, and about, let's have a look, and 1.2 grams of protein. So practically nothing, but it's enough to keep me hanging over. Carbohydrates on and max. They're really good, but I didn't want to go for plain because I do want a bit of flavour. That's what peanut butter normally comes in for. But salt and vinegar, yes, with the salt and the sodium, but I'm not having that much in my other meals, so it's fine in my eyes. Then we'll get on to dinner. This is where we slowly wean off carbohydrates and start to incorporate more protein into the meal. Same as before, keeping the rolled oats in the equation. Only 100 grams, unfortunately. Last on the bulk it's 200, but we're halving that portion, and we're only having this with 75 milligrams of, again, British semi-skimmed milk. The rolled oats come out, yeah, that's 100. So I'll come out to 60 grams of carbohydrates, 8 grams of fat, and 11 grams of protein. With that, keeping the chicken sandwiches. I love chicken sandwiches ever since Rob introduced me to his chicken sandwiches. Fuck that guy. No, I love him really. But yeah, keeping the chicken sandwich, again, same as before. 50 grams of carbohydrates, 4 grams of fat, 32 grams of protein. Again, I know it's a lot of protein, but that's pretty much all my carbohydrates done for the day now. So, as I've kind of just finished my carbohydrates for the day, I'm now moving on to my protein for the day. So at this point, it's roughly about 1 o'clock max. I'm sorry, call me a liar. I will be having one more rice cake between then and tea. But that, again, that's only 7 grams of carbohydrates, nothing much. And then moving on to tea time. I don't have these with me, I can't show you them. Because they're in the fridge and I don't want to take them out and risk making them going off. So I'll be having 300 grams of mini chicken breast fillets. You can have chicken breast. As long as it's 300 grams of chicken, you're fine. You can go for the alternative of turkey as well if you want to mix things up. Just so you, turkey's better because it's a leaner meat. It doesn't have as much fat in. But if you want to keep alternating between the two, that's good. As long as you keep the protein amount the same. Depending on the density. Turkey might have a bit more protein than chicken, but as long as you can equal out the protein to about the same, you're golden. Anyway, 300 grams of chicken will come to 0 grams of carbohydrates, 1.5 grams of fat, and 60 grams of protein. And with that, we'll be having it with, I'll be having it with some asparagus, which I can get you with that. Asparagus, any form of vegetables, but this lunch will be asparagus, and that'll be 5 grams of carbs, 1.5 grams of fat, and 7.2 grams of protein, and that's 250 grams of asparagus, because it's quite a lot, but the macros aren't exactly a lot for it, and that's only 72 grams of, well, yeah, 72 calories as well. So again, macros and asparagus, very, very good. You can find veg that equals out to the same of it, so if you want to switch things up, you're golden. The good thing about asparagus as well is that it flushes toxins out of your body. So any crap that you've got clogged up in, I don't know, your arteries or your veins, asparagus will just flush that straight out. Only downside is, yes, your pee may smell for about a couple of hours, but it's worth it. It's not like anyone's going to be in the toilet smelling what you're doing. Next, moving on from tea, we'll go to the gym and we'll hit obviously the 5-day split that I've got set out. So it doesn't matter whether I'm doing a leg day, a chest and tries, a back and buys, shoulders and out cardio, abs or cardio. The meals are still the same. Cardio's gonna differ, no, just not change. You've got to push through. It's gonna get hard, but just push through it. And then we'll come back from the gym, and I've changed the protein up, but we're still sticking to the 4 egg whites with 2 normal eggs, and that'll come to 0.3 grams of carbohydrates, 27 grams of fat, I know that's increasing quite a bit, and 40 grams of protein. And with that, we have taken on our new best friend, which will be the Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard Whey. Show that there. Probably backwards to you guys, to the reflection. Right there. You see that? Yep. And with this, there'll be 6 grams of carbohydrates. Again, we're taking 2 scoops of it. So we don't want to just do one because it won't be enough protein for us. So 2 scoops, 6 grams of carbs, 2 grams of fat, 48 grams of protein. Very, very good. Again, you can see as I've gone on through the day, I've just taken out, put that over there, I've taken out carbohydrates. I've fueled up in the morning, weaned myself off through the day, finishing with a lot of protein. So to finish that day off, in total, bear me a few seconds here, I'll go through the app. I am consuming 232 grams of protein, 200 grams of carbohydrates, and 50 grams of fat. I could probably drop the fat content down a bit. As I go on through the weeks, I'll probably reduce the carbohydrates just slightly, increase the protein a bit more. Depending on how deflated I get, I may need to bring the carbohydrates up a bit, because I've done a abs and cardio session today and I feel flat. I don't want to feel flat, but I feel like I've done a good cardio session. Again, it's only the first day of, well, second day of this. But as long as I can keep to the average macros of around 220 protein, 200 grams of carbs, and about 50 to 45 grams of fat, very, very good. That's where we want to be. On top of taking all that as well, I do take one multivitamin pill and two fish oil pills as well. I do have iron pills which I take every Monday as well to reduce fatigueness. So from everything today, that'll be normal Monday, Friday. On my rest days, at the moment, I'm doing one active rest day because I'm learning to snowboard for when I go away. So I'll try and keep to the same workout for that, but normally Friday or the occasional Saturday will be my rest day. So for that, I'll keep my protein up the same, reduce my fats and reduce my carbohydrates. Reduce my carbohydrates by about 40 grams, reduce my fats by about 20, just so I don't bulk up a bit more on a rest day that I'm doing nothing. I am trying to do a bit of yoga on my rest day as well, on that Friday, before I go and see my friends. So again, I'm trying to make it as active as I can so I can probably eat a bit more, but that is how I'm doing it Monday to Friday at the moment. Thanks for tuning in for this as well. I'm getting a lot of good feedback from the videos, which is good to see. If we can reach a larger audience as well, that'll be much better. But again, any questions of how I'm doing this, again, drop me a message. A few of you have reached out to me. I'm very thankful for that, and I have tried to help you as much as I can. When I come back from the skiing holiday as well, people that are in my local area, I've tried to do gym sessions with them as well and just help them out a bit more. Gym partners at the moment seems to be on the rise, so I'm trying to manage it through everyone. But from this diet, if you can take some samples yourself, I'm not saying copy it if you can, but for someone like us, my body mass, I'm sitting around, well, just a fraction of 6'1", and I'm about 93 kilograms. So for someone like me, this is good. But if you're probably a bit lighter and a bit smaller than me, you probably need to drop down your carbohydrates a bit more, your protein a bit more. Fats could probably sit around there, but if you want to drop them down a bit more, you can. But again, just if any questions, just drop me a message. And that'll be it for today. And thank you for tuning in. And I'll see you for the next video, which I'm going to try and get a shoulder video out next week. So I'll see you soon. Bye.